Hey guys, welcome to Blazing Guitars, where we talk about worship gear, music, guitar, and everything in between. My name is Blaze Nelson, and today I wanted to take a look at this cool little $60 pedal from Mooer called the Trelicopter. Before we jump into it, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, thoughts, comments, or concerns, please leave a comment below and I will get back to you. If you'd like to support what I'm doing here at the channel, you can do so on Patreon, which is also linked in the description below. And if you'd like to pick this guy up or any of the other pedals that I'm talking about today, you can use my Amazon affiliated link. It's the same price for you, but I get a little bit of a kickback, which is pretty nice. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Okay, so let's go over the knobs on this thing. So we have a speed knob right here, which is this big white one, and then we have a depth knob and a bias knob, which changes the color of your tremolo, and then you have a toggle switch, in, out, and it's powered by a 9-volt DC, and that's all there is to it. This is a really straightforward pedal. And if you've been watching my channel for a little bit, you also know that I have the Walrus Audio Monument. And you might be asking yourself why I have two tremolo pedals, and the reason is because I use this one for a traditional tremolo at the very end of the chain right before my amps, and then I use this one for its harmonic trem. So that way I can have both without changing the settings on this guy mid-set. So this was kind of a really nice little pedal to throw at the end of the board, and my wife got it for me for Christmas, and I've really been enjoying it. So let's plug it in and hear how this thing sounds. I'm going to be using my new Epiphone Les Paul Traditional Pro, I believe, which I just picked up from a guy here locally, which was really cool. I'm really glad I got this guitar. And then I'm going to be running into my pedal board, and today I'm going to be using the KTR for most of the overdrive tones. I'm going to be using the Hudson Electronics Broadcast for a little bit of fuzz, and then going into the Source Audio Collider, which there's a review about here, following the Walrus Audio Monument, going into the Mooer Trelicopter, and from that going directly into my Strymon Iridium and into the computer from there. So let's hear how this thing sounds. Okay, so let's hear my signal train without the Trelicopter. Okay, and let's turn this thing on. Okay, so let me turn the depth all the way down to where you can barely hear it, and then I'll crank it up. You can still kind of hear that little pulse. Okay, and then let's sweep the speed. So this is the fastest it can go. Okay, and then finally, let's hear how this bias knob sounds. So, according to the description, it adds color. So this is all the way down. And then all the way up. Okay, so I like to run this thing right about here, with the bias all the way up the depth. And then like I'll use it in a song like just to give it a little bit. I won't even tap tempo. That's one of the things about this thing is that it's so straightforward. There's no tap tempo. There's no nothing. So you have just one speed knob, and then you have to kind of figure it out from there. So you kind of have to learn how to play with it regardless of if it's on time with the drummer. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but if you can get it right, it sounds pretty awesome. You can hear even the song that I'm playing isn't in the tempo that this is pulsing to, but it still sounds pretty good. So I'm going to turn on some fuzz from my broadcast and hear how it sounds like at the end of a run. Okay, and then let me just remind you what that harmonic tremolo sounds like. Okay, so there you have it. I hope this video was helpful. This is a pretty cool pedal for just 60 bucks. You can get it and throw it at the end of your chain. And I use it after my reverbs like it is traditionally in amps, especially my Vox amp. That's kind of the tone that I was looking for. And just use it sparingly, kind of mix throughout some songs for some cool effect. So it's pretty straightforward. If you want to get a tremolo pedal and play with it and see what it sounds like, this is the one to do it with. So thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Blaze Nelson. Again, if you have any questions, thoughts, comments, or concerns, please leave a comment below, and we will see you next week.